name is Michael Gershkovich. At work, they call me Chef Mike. I'm the chef proprietor of Mike's Bistro in Manhattan. I live with my family in Englewood, New Jersey, and it's a beautiful place. But sometimes, I need to get away. I need a change of scenery to relax and to be inspired. Please join me on my fun weekend.
When it comes to Passover, there are certain items that I remember were always so compromised. So one of the great things that I learned to do early on was how to make mayonnaise, my own mayonnaise. Let's make some mayonnaise. Let's make Passover mayonnaise. Here are the ingredients necessary to make mayonnaise, whether it be Passover or all year round. You're going to need eggs. You're going to need water. You're going to need some kind of vinegar, and I don't recommend using the vinegar that comes in the big jugs that's very inexpensive. You're better off using a quality white wine vinegar or a red wine vinegar. Anything that's made from food, not designed for cleaning. I think this one is quite tasty, and it's very versatile, and it works very well in this recipe. And of course, mustard. I like to have black pepper, a little black pepper handy, and some salt. Let's separate 3 eggs. Egg yolks, egg whites, but I would never throw these away because you can make beautiful desserts and excellent things, so always save your egg whites. Mayo is when you try to mix water and oil permanently. It's called a permanent emulsion, and it stays creamy. So let's start with the ingredients. Egg yolks, 3 egg yolks, a little bit of mustard. You'll notice my measurements are very loose, and I use a lot of acid. And I even like to put a little salt to get started. Now I'm going to introduce the oil. You'll notice I'm doing this very steadily, and I'm taking my time. You'll see it thickening up the more oil I use. I'm going to keep adding more oil. I wouldn't call this a health food. I'm almost reaching the point where I want to add water. Why? Because it's thick. It's thickening up. And when things are thick, they don't move. They don't distribute. They get slower. This is the point where I generally like to add just a little dash of water. Loosen things up. Making sure it's moving. I like to put in a little more salt now. See how thick it is. You know what? I could add a little more water because I'm about to add a lot more oil. Look at this. Look at how much mayonnaise we're creating. Notice that the oil, which is very runny, is turning into a thick, creamy condiment. And because I'm using egg yolks and the mustard, it has this beautiful golden yellow color. Look at that. The whole glass is full. My emulsion is set. You see that? It's creamy. You might say, hey, that's not as thick as mayo usually is. But you know something? I'm going to take this, I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for a couple of hours or maybe a day or two, and it's going to thicken up. It's going to tighten up. So if it's too tight right now, then it's going to get even pastier. And you don't want that. Why don't we put this in the refrigerator, let it set, and then let's take it out and we can make it into a flavoring that we prefer. So this is our mayonnaise that we've let set, and you could see that the consistency is almost like vanilla pudding. Let's make a cold dip with a crudité. Here's some tarragon that I checked. In case you're not familiar with tarragon, it has a very pungent, very recognizable flavor, much more than anise would. It's black licoricey. This much tarragon packs a massive, massive punch. So we're going to take that, and we're just going to cut it up fine. I'm going to put that right in the bowl. I'm going to take a healthy hand of black pepper. The creaminess is going to offset the spiciness of the black pepper. I want you to see how I cut this garlic. If you can't do this with a knife, you can certainly use a mandolin. Now, we're gonna put that right into the bowl. Just pouring it right in. And stirring. And it's important to wash and check all vegetables in a crudité for bugs and the like. But besides that, I think before you serve a crudité, it's important to put it in a little bit of ice water. It really freshens things up, gives things a little brightness. And this is exactly how I would eat it. Enjoy Passover mayo, influenced by béarnaise sauce, used on a crudité platter. Happy Passover.